think of the execution in the last minute or so?
Well, I thought we hung tough. I mean, we played a very good team. They got a lot of talent on there. You got to expect it's going to be a hard-fought game. And, even in the first half when, we were up a point or, you could feel the tension in the building like we were supposed to be up 20. This is the NBA, and it's every win and every game is going to be hard-fought and tough. And I thought our guys were resilient. They made some runs, but I think the only thing is Bogdanovich got a little loose at times. We kind of lost focus of where he was. Can't give up some of those threes, but I think for the most part, we held them to under 100 points till probably the last 5 minutes of the game, so 6 minutes of the game. So it was good effort.
Fred gets 35 and Pascal 27.
Yep.
You need your best players to be your best
sure.
players. What do you think of that today?
Well, just take your hat off to Fred and Pascal. I was joking, but I wasn't joking when I walked in the locker room after the game, and they were cheering me, and I said, well, thanks for helping me coach the game tonight, because Freddie was awesome. He was calling a lot of the plays and the sets on the offensive end. And it's same with Pascal, and Pascal got rolling, and I'm kind of from the old school. When someone gets a hot hand, you just keep going at him, and Pascal was awesome. But it's certainly a treat to have two guys out there that you can coach the team through, and in particularly Freddie was particularly great.
Can you feel the impact that Pirtle is having back
For sure.
when he is out?
Absolutely. I thought, how can I frame it? There was a couple of calls I thought that, with his size, it's going to be very difficult to score over him. And, I felt like, he was pretty solid at the rim. And unfortunately, we didn't get some of those calls. But that's the presence that he has at the rim. Just his length, his size, he's just massive. And then on the offensive end, and, yes, he's good around the rim, but he's also one of those bigs that can transfer the ball from side to side. He just has a great feel. When he was with San Antonio, they kind of flashed him to the elbows and kind of played through him. So he's very versatile. He's just not a one-trick pony. Certainly, we're better when he's on the floor.
Offensively, how much more do you see him opening things up for Fred?
Well, I think, offense is just not about one person. It's a collective effort. And probably what doesn't show up on the stat sheet is all the slot cuts and the cutting that we tried, we focused on. It was one of the key aspects of going into this game, is that we had to open up the floor and get away from each other and give Freddie and Pascal and Scotty room to operate. A lot of times, team defenses are good, and they're going to scheme and they're going to load up. And so when you make that cut and, you slot cut and you take your guy away, that's an unselfish act. And if you look, guys were awesome, especially in that second half, especially when Pascal was rolling and Freddie was rolling. And sometimes you're not going to touch the ball, but it's the right thing. And I thought our players did the right thing, for 48 minutes, playing for each other.
What do you think of the fit with Precious and Yak beside one another?
It was great. It was great. They're two completely different players. Precious he could be an inside, he could be outside, very versatile. You saw we had him on Bogdanovich, and I know Bogdanovich had 33 points, but I thought Precious did a good job on him for the most part. And you have to guard him with multiple guys anyway. But, Precious had a couple, open looks on the perimeter, and I think he was turning them down. And I just said, listen, you work hard for those shots. We see you in the gym every day working hard, and we trust you. It's it's about making the right play. If you're open, and especially if your teammate or created a shot for you, and we always talk about just letting it rip. Just let it fly, and there's only two things that can happen, and go in or you miss, and you make it or you miss it, and you shoot it with confidence, and you live with the results.
Drop that.